Welcome to my garden tour. Let's take a look around. Today I'm growing jalapeno peppers. It's my first time growing them, so I'm quite excited. I just have those two little plants. I'm also growing corn this year. I planted 6 kernels, and look at these beautiful plants. I'm so excited. In between my plants, I have garlic growing. You'll see the little bits of garlic sprouting up. You'll also see some cayenne pepper sprinkled in amongst my garden. That's to help pests stay out, primarily cats. I have also the scat mats. They're little spiked mats in there to also help with keeping cats out of there. Around the corner here, I have some lavender in pots, little bits of lavender, and I'm growing eggplant. They're about a third to half the size that they will be when they're full grown, and I have the scat mats amongst that area. All the way in the back, I have a large thyme plant. It's flowering right now, and I'm going to trim that down and it'll grow just fine, and the flowering will stop. So we're going to come on down by the eggplants and come around to my okra. Now, I've grown okra for many years and it's tiny now, but by the end of the season, it will be approximately 5 to 6 feet tall, and it gives a lot of okra. New to my garden is edamame, which is soybeans. I have 3 plants. I have this one by itself, and then I'll show you the 2 others. I have one little broccoli plant that's hiding amongst the thyme there. And here are the other 2 edamame or soybean plants. It's my first time growing them. I do like roasted soybeans. That's why I've planted it. Now, coming around to my cucumbers. I normally don't have great luck with cucumbers, but it's looking promising this year. I see some cucumber flowers that are starting to bloom, and from there, that's where the cucumbers come from. We can peek down here and see the little yellow flowers, and from that is where we're going to get our cucumbers. Okay, let's come around the corner here. I have Blue Lake bush beans. I have 2 plants, and it is really big and bushy for 2 plants. This is the first time I'm growing it this year, so I'm pleasantly surprised at how big it has become, and it's already giving me green beans. Can you see them? Trying to focus in here. I'm going to pick a couple of those today for my lunch, but I'm really tickled about that. Here are my cucumbers, not my cucumbers, my tomatoes. This plant actually had a lot of aphids. That's why the leaves are all curled and a little discolored. But I've hosed them all down and got rid of the aphids. So I'm just going to trim that down. And this plant will be just fine. As you can see, the tomatoes are coming in just fine. And here are some more of my tomato plants. You can see the little yellow blooms on there, the little flowers. And from there, we're going to have our tomatoes growing from there. You can see some down here, and some are going to come up top. And there's some blooms on my other tomato plants. And we can get a peek of my lettuce there too. We'll come around to that in a moment. Here are a couple more plants here. And I'm excited about my tomatoes for my salads and tomato sandwiches, of course. Very tasty in the summertime. And over here, you can see my scallions or green onions growing in the pot. I have chef selection of lettuce. That's all combined here. And to the right will be my romaine lettuce, which I'm very surprised that it's grown so tall. You can see some brown, round areas. That's where I've already cut from. And you can see my green beans and lettuce for my lunch today. It's going to be tasty. Let me let you get a good look at it. There's my green beans. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe and like, and please come on back. Take care.